How's it going? So I just wanted to come up here and share something that I got from today. I actually rose up. I was on church service. After that, I headed down to the rec to go hoop and stuff. But just as I was driving, there was just a Bible verse that was sticking with me all day. It's John 14:15, which is, if you love me, keep my commandments. And I just wanted to take some time and really think, like, what does it truly mean to keep God's commandments? And what it means to keep God's commandments is to just be obedient to every word that He's telling you to do. Like anything that He's telling you to do, just being obedient to that and being obedient to the words that are written in this Bible. And if we just go back and look at the example that Jesus set for us and see the character that He had, the way that He carried Himself, the words that He spoke, that God spoke through Him, it was because He was being obedient to His commandments to the point where it became Him, like He became the living word, which is also something that we're also supposed to do as well, as Jesus being our example and us following after Him and wanting to be like Him and called to be like Him, is to become that living word. That everything you do, every action, the way that you live, people see God. It's all God because He's living through you. But a verse that I just wanted to go to real quick was, it kind of relates to the John 14:15. I'll have it pulled up here on the screen. It's John chapter 21, starting at verse 15 to 17. I just want to read this real quick. And it reads, "So when they had dined, Jesus said to Simon Peter, 'Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these?' He said unto him, 'Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee.' He said unto him, 'Feed my lambs.' He said unto him again the second time, 'Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me?' He said unto him, 'Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee.' He said unto him, 'Feed my sheep.' He said unto him the third time, 'Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me?' Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, 'Lovest thou me?' And he said unto him, 'Lord, thou knowest all things, thou knowest that I love thee.' Jesus said unto him, 'Feed my sheep.'" So as you can see, as Jesus approaches Peter with a question, asking him, "Do you love me?" Right? He then, after Peter says yes, Jesus then proceeds to give him a commandment, which is feed my lambs, feed my sheep, right? And it just goes back to the John 14:15, if you love me, keep my commandments. So Jesus is just telling him, like, if you truly love me, then obey my commands and go and feed my lambs and feed my sheep. But this verse doesn't just apply to Peter, but it also applies to us. But because we are called to preach the gospel across the world, right? So as us being called to do that, we have to obey those commandments of God. If we truly love Him, we can't be out here proclaiming to love God, know God, this and that, but then we're not being obedient to His commandments, because at that point we just are becoming hypocrites, because Jesus tells us, if you love me, to keep my commandments. And that's just something I wanted to come share. It also takes me to another verse, which is, "Be ye perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect." And we know that if I ask you right now, how do you become perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect? What would you be like your direct answer to that? And honestly, it should go back to the Word of God, to living out this Word, because if you read through the four Gospels, and even more in some things that are mentioned in the Old Testament, this Bible is telling us how to live, to how to be obedient to God, how to live to please God, right? How to live to become like God in character, right? And truly, you can't be perfect even as your Father in heaven is perfect, or even love God if you're not keeping these commandments and being obedient to the Word. So that was just something that really stuck with me today. It's not much, but I could say it does go deep the more that you look into it and the more that you start to live it. But our main goal should be to become that living Word, meaning to basically possess the image of God in a way that anything that we do will reflect God. When people see us as that walking example, they will see God, and that's just a form of you becoming that living word, because they see God through you. Why? Because you're being obedient to his commandments. So that's just a call to action that I want to come up here and mention today, is to just obey God's commands, obey his word. If you truly love God and you say that you love God, then you are called to obey his commandments. So I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. And yeah.